Stu, welcome to the Bond.
Hey, Im. Good to see
Uh,
you.
Yeah, good to see you too. So, we're going to talk about how AI is transforming marketing and sales and what businesses can do about it. And we're going to touch on GEO and all things AI. And according to Forbes, two-thirds of the world's population are using AI in their daily activities. And we're seeing this change consumer behavior, how people are searching for information, shopping online, conducting their research is changing at breakneck speed. And let's chat about it.
Let's go.
Perfect. So one example is GEO, Generative Engine Optimisation. And you might be familiar with Google's Gemini, their AI tool that serves up information in the top of your search query now in at the top of the search box. And you may find yourself clicking less and less on website links because the information that AI is serving up to you is so accurate in responding to queries. We're seeing this more and more, and how we respond to it as marketers is changing.
Yeah, we can think about this in terms of uh, before in content marketing, we were always trying to lead people to a link click to our website, right? And now it's changing from link clicks to answers. So, we've got to thrive within that environment.
Exactly. Previously, as well, we were competing. I mean, the best traffic was organic traffic, which means that the organic search results from Google is responding to the query. And really, the only competition you were competing against was Google Ads, people that were paying for responses to those queries. Now we've got this new contender, which is AI, which is trumping those other two options. So that's really where we want to be for the search results. So what do we do about it? Previously, we operated under best practice SEO. Stu, does that still apply?
Yeah, this is the golden question, and hopefully the golden answer. So what we, again, if we recap, so customers were clicking on links, they're now getting answers. So we've got to appear within those answers and hopefully get our links as part of those answers.
Yeah.
What we need to do is practice best practice SEO. That means writing like a human, being really useful, and using Google's EAT framework, EEAT, which stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness.
Mhm.
Experience is demonstrating first-hand experience, case studies, client testimonials. Uh, Expertise is demonstrating deep knowledge and skill, highlighting the credentials of your team, uh, publishing white papers, etc., things like that.
Yeah.
Using appropriate lingo, not jargon, but accurate language for your category.
Mhm.
Authoritiveness is demonstrating leadership and authority in the field by representing partnerships with respected organisations, having bidirectional linking with other authoritative sources, referring to them and hopefully earning clickbacks to your own site. And lastly, trustworthiness is just behaving as a good online citizen. The engines are watching how we behave, whether we have our privacy GDPR setups correct. We're asking for the right levels of permission from people. These kinds of things make a difference.
Absolutely. And if we're conversing with other trusted websites, that helps build our credibility as well.
Sure does.
Content that works well in AI is conversational content, and also FAQs is terrific. So if you can produce content and articles for your customer base based on frequently asked questions, lists, that type of content does really well.
Yeah, that's right, because we're still trying to deal with answering users' problems, answering a person's problem. How do we, how can we do a better job of helping them to find out what they need to know?
Exactly. So the opportunities that we're seeing from AI are enhanced content production, and we're also seeing the incredible data insights. So let's talk about those 2 points. Let's first kick off with content production. Uh, it's pretty incredible, Stu, isn't it?
It really is. It's advancing rapidly and has come from nowhere in the last 2 years to really be a big part of what we do today. So particularly with writing. If you give the tool a really good brief, then you tend to get pretty good answers. And you can't just rely on them because there's an ABC fact checker article done recently that shows that 1 in 6 responses are incorrect. They can contain sort of made up answers. The robots are still immature, but nevertheless, there's a lot of good in there, and it adds a lot to the productivity of businesses. So, again, the aim is to brief well and curate the information that you get back into really interesting content. The
Exactly.
the challenges are around authenticity and engagement. What's happening is that more businesses are able to produce more content, and that's just lowering the competitive bar. And it means that there's a lot more clutter out there, and some of the content being published by people is just AI drivel, right? So it's boring. It feels inauthentic. Some of the images, they can look amazingly realistic, but there's this dead look in people's eyes. It's
Mm,
it's it's just not quite there yet. So we
yeah,
just need to be very careful with the way that we apply it and keep watching because it's advancing so rapidly. I'm not writing this stuff off, far from it. It's
no,
just we've got to be very careful to make sure that we're standing out from our competitors and connecting with people in an authentic way.
100%. And for businesses not to forget the basics of marketing, which is what is your why? What is the key differentiators, the strengths that make you unique from your competitors? And don't forget to include that in your, in all of your content, and not to fall into the trap of, I guess, cloning content, that others are doing, because it does all begin to look quite samey.
It's a really key point. While the way that we're going about doing what we do is changing, what we're doing or why we're doing it for people hasn't really changed much at all. It's
Mm,
about attracting potential customers. It's about improving customer experience. It's all the same things that's going to lead to growth in business. So, we'll come back to don't panic at the end, but you know, we if you've got a strong proposition, keep leveraging it, but in new ways.
100%. So let's talk about the rich data insights that come from AI. Another
It's another opportunity. Yeah.
100% opportunity, but with the caveat that it's all dependent on an incredible CRM, because quality data in means quality insights out, with sort of
Yeah.
a closed loop.
That's right, Im. So if we think about a business that has a good quality CRM like HubSpot, and
Mhm.
it's well integrated with their transaction system, their ERP, then we can have a very clear view now of a customer's first touch of us, when they first visited our website or saw an ad or, social media post or whatever it might have been. And we follow that journey through the influence that we're having on them through our marketing activity. Um, uh, we can see the engagements that are most likely to lead to sales readiness. They want to talk to someone about this, and then the transaction. And once you have that transaction and an ongoing purchase history and engagement history with the customer, that gives the AI a very clear idea about causality. What's causing good things to happen? And what AI does incredibly well is examine really large quantities of unstructured data very, very quickly. So it's allowing us to again ask the tool good questions and set up good process for automation to enable us to understand when someone's ready for sales contact and understand their purchase intent as they lead closer and closer to the point of sale. It's really amazing. But like you said a second ago, it really relies on having your data systems well set up.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And to your point, we can understand, for example, what queries are returning more traffic to the website, and then what content is converting those contacts to become customers. And we can play around with that as to where that content is prioritized in the customer journey or not. So yeah, just information is so
It's
powerful.
so powerful. It really is. I've never felt so powerful as a marketer. I think I've probably said that in this podcast before, but it's so true because we just kept getting better and better quality information that's leading us to do things better all the time.
Exactly. It really takes the guesswork out of it.
Right.
So how Point Consulting are helping our clients with AI and in their marketing and sales is we're looking at the data and insights, particularly with HubSpot. We're then reviewing the content from a strategic content lens and looking at how we can build brand awareness and trust with the audience in providing that helpful content. And then we can delve into sales enablement and buyer intent as well. So a key piece of advice that we give to our clients is don't panic. If we keep applying these best practices in terms of the EAT framework, in terms of using AI to enhance efficiency in our productivity, but always remembering our why, our key strengths and value proposition and positioning, then we're doing a good thing and the rest will fall into place.
That's right. Those core principles are remaining the same. It's about adapting the way that we do things in order to make best use of the tools, be more productive, aid personalization through deeper insight, bringing technology solutions to the table that are helping the business to do what it does more efficiently and effectively. So, all of these things are tweaks to the way that we go about doing business, and these tweaks will continue to change.
Well, terrific. Thanks, Stu. Thanks for the chat as always.
It'll be really fascinating to see what happens next.
I know, it's only just the beginning, isn't it?
Hmm.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening to The Bond. Point Consulting is a marketing and sales consultancy based in Sydney, Australia. We help ambitious businesses to unlock customer value by transforming their marketing and sales from strategy to process, execution, and automation. We like to help good people do better.